How do you feel when intrusive thoughts come to your mind, especially when they're linked to people that hurt you? Have you ever wondered why you feel that way? Have you ever taken action towards those feelings? You know, a thought is just an electrical pattern in your brain. An emotion is linked to a thought, and the thought is a link to an emotion. When you experience something and you have a feeling, it's just a readout of an emotion. And that emotion is stored in your brain, in part of your limbic system. And when that happens, your brain take account of whatever you have experienced in the past. Now, if you write that negative thought or negative emotion, you are reinforcing the electrical pattern. And now you are more and more defining yourself with whatever you experience, especially if it was a negative episode that will be stored in your brain with a very high weight. Whatever you experience, whatever happened to you, has nothing to do with you. It does not define you. And you can change your subconscious mind. That is what is linked to your past experience anytime you want. You can change yourself in any moment you decide to do so. By changing your subconscious mind, you can reprogram yourself in a way that you desire to do. I grew up in an environment that I wouldn't define extremely lovely and peaceful. You know, few members of my family were pretty angry people, had their emotion out of control. And so by growing up between 0 and 7 years old, you know, you are full potential. I absorbed those features. And so when I was a teenager, I was a very angry kid. I overreact for everything. I pay the consequences for that. And I couldn't understand why I was so miserable and I was so angry and I was so sad all the time. And at one point, around 2 years ago, little more than 2 years ago, I found myself paralyzed in bed. So in that moment, I hit rock bottom and I was in my lowest part of a depression. And in that bed, I had a dream. And the dream was to control completely my thought and my emotion. I was full determined to realize this dream. I was open to die to reach that goal. Somebody introduced me to meditation. I started to meditate the following months, 6 hours per day, and I did at least for 6 months. I started to experience a peace that I never experienced before. I was writing in the morning and night. And what I did, I was putting myself in space and time in situations that I know I experienced pain. I experienced a lot of discomfort. And I had this flashback of episodes that I couldn't really resolve in my past, and they created a lot of trauma. And through meditation is just a practice of becoming aware. I transport myself in those moments. I started to become aware. I can tell you, at the beginning it was very, very uncomfortable. And more I was experiencing those situations, and more I was calm. There are some events that I was able to visualize tens, hundreds, thousands of times. I needed to visualize so many times to resolve them. And I taught my body to stay profoundly calm during those moments. And the night I was able to write about those events and the emotion that I was experiencing. I deconstruct all the why and all the feeling that I had. And then I will meditate again and I will repeat the process until I had no emotional reaction, zero emotional reaction on everything that happened in the past. I was able to explore each corner of my soul, each corner of my dark sides. It was a very fascinating process. I started to regain the energy that was dispersed towards people, things, situation, event that had nothing to do with me. And now I could use that energy to fuel my dream, my passion, my goal, my aspiration. So as I did, so can you. And I was able to cut the chain that I had with my past. And to do that, I needed to forgive everybody that I thought was the source of my pain, of my discomfort, of my unhappiness. You know, you hear this thing, you have to forgive, you have to forgive. I never understood that concept. Through that process of meditating, experiencing that extreme pain, I understood what it meant. You need to forgive everybody else, not because of them, but because of that will serve you, to use the energy to channel everything you have within you, your goal, your dream, your aspiration. There is no other way to grow. You have to. Nobody deserves your energy. You have to take back control of who you are and your pure energy. And in the process of forgiving everybody else, you have to forgive yourself. Everything that happened to you is okay. It happened because there was a higher plan for you. There were a million of lessons there. Those million of lessons, if you are able to focus on the opportunity, you are able to grow at a speed that will be impressive.